Hi, I'm back. I decided to just turn the camera on and bring you along with me as I begin working on this shoe smash book. As you saw in the previous video, if you watched it, I did cover the end papers because they were just plain, just off-white. So I just covered them with some bright paper. This will be the first page, so they look nice together. And this will be the back page. And I covered this library pocket in the last video. I'm thinking that because the edge is raw here, where I cut the cover off from the spine, I'm going to wrap it with this. Now this cover is just over 12 inches, but I'm going to cut this, I think I'll cut it 1.5 inches and see if that's too big. I can always cut it again and see how it looks wrapped around it. Fold this in half. I don't want to use a paper that's too thick because if you make the edge of the book cover too thick, it doesn't fit into the channel of the bind it all very well. I've had trouble with that before. So it just leaves a tiny fraction at the top and the bottom, but I think that looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this, and then this is where the holes will be punched for the book. Just to make sure it sticks, I'm going to use my red line tape. Before, when I was making a lot of smash books, I completely covered most of the covers, like I did the travel journal. Where is that? Oh, I didn't actually. I didn't cover it. I Mod Podged on it. So I would have a piece of paper that I wrapped around, mitered the corners, wrapped it around, and then put this piece over so that it covered up the edges of the paper that folded over. And sometimes it made the edge of the paper thick, having this extra paper on it, if the book cover was a bit thick to begin with. But there's one cover that I'm going to be covering completely in this set of books. The rest I'm not. You probably don't need to see me do that again, so I will do that off camera. Set this piece aside so I don't lose it. So let's see what we're going to do to these book pages. I did cut some of the pages from that shoe book. There was one page that had a pair of Elton John type of shoes with the, oh, And it says, rhinestone platform shoes boosted rock star Elton John's stature by 5 inches. So this might have been a pair of Elton John shoes. But I thought that went perfectly with this cover. And this pair of old shoes, satin wedding slippers, and this, the old woman in the shoe. It's from that book, Where Will These Shoes Take You? I'm hoping to make a smash book about shoes one day with that book. Using Mrs. Coggs, she has a set of images of shoes. I thought that would be fun. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to do anything to this. This is the very first page. I'm going to leave it just as it is. And the new owner will be able to just glue down whatever she wants to. And I did cut a piece of paper to cover up, to make a pocket on this page. So I will sew that down. I'm going to just paper clip it on for now. And then I will have some things to tuck in there. I have the travel book here that I just made so I don't forget any of the elements that I might want to add. Now, I did have the pages. Oh, this is the shoe book, not the... I keep thinking this is the fern book. It's not. It's the shoe book. So, I don't have a lot of cut-aparts for this because I didn't use a paper stack. I just used random papers. So, I'm going to wait till I get my Cricut blade tomorrow and then cut some things out that I can glue. Actually, I'm also going to put down my little bucket of journaling cards and see what's in here. I'll just pull some that I might want to use in this book. Some of them are double-sided. I do not like to glue down the double-sided ones. Unless I don't like one of the sides. So these would be tucked into a pocket. I might use some of those. It's a pretty big book, so I'll make sure that we get into the larger cards too. So I pull out cards that I think will go with the colors and the kind of the aesthetic of the book that I'm making, and then what I don't include in the book I usually will include in an envelope that's bound into the book so that the recipient can use them. I like this one and that one. That's great. Public library, why not? Wouldn't it be great if I had some journaling cards with shoes on them? But I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't need to put that back in there. I'd gotten some packets of journaling cards. Where did I get them? Oh, my friend who does Stampin' Up! Parties, she was selling a lot of her scrapbooking stuff, so I bought some packets of journaling cards from her. Maybe I'll use that one. I think I'll add this one to the fern book. It's not fern, but it's a green plant. These are little tags that I had made, just cut out paper and added a tab to the top. That one looks like it would go. These would be great for a travel journal. Maybe I'll have to add some of those in the book that's already done. If I don't have larger journaling cards, I can make some. These came out of a little book that I got at a flea market or that somebody gave to me. Again, it looks like it's for travel. And I have these colored tabbed index cards, which are pretty cool. A couple of those. Weekly time report. These are printables, but they have journaling lines on them and they're printed on cardstock. So I put them in my journaling card pile. There's some larger ones. I won't use all of those. Okay, that should be enough to work with. Thank you for putting up with me while I did that. I can take any of those that aren't double-sided and glue one on as a little journaling place, but I don't think I'll do that right now. That one, yeah, maybe I will. I like the way that looks there. A very modern design with this very sweet and charming floral design. And it's blank on the back. I'll probably do some stamping there. And let's add some washi tape here. I might have a stamp I want to use here. Black ink still over there. Yes, it is. going to stamp this one. It says reading list. Has a place for the title, the author, and a date and a review. I'm going to have this book where I can see it while I choose some images of washi tape. I think these Jane Davenport ladies would be cool with the shoes. I used these same washi's with my travel journal. Okay, that's probably enough. Just to add a little color to the white page. So I've been watching I was going to say The Biggest Loser. I've been watching America's Got Talent. And it records on my DVR. I usually don't watch TV as it's being played on, I don't watch it. I record it, and then I watch it when I am ready to watch TV. So I didn't realize that I have DirecTV satellite, and I didn't realize that they're in a dispute with whoever sets them up with NBC. And so we don't have NBC, which means I'm not recording Jeopardy or America's Got Talent. So I wasn't happy about that. I was like, how can you not have NBC? That's one of the basic channels. They're trying to get it back. They're trying to work out the dispute or whatever. Oh, but it doesn't help me when America's Got Talent is already over for this week, and I missed that episode. My daughter can watch it on Hulu, so I'll go watch it with her, I guess. What else do I want to do to this book? I'll take one of these journaling cards and put it on here as a little tuck spot. I'm looking for one that is not double-sided, but I want a little more color. Well, they're all double-sided, most of them. So I'll take a scrap of my paper and make a tuck spot. I think I want it to be just a little wider. I can take a little strip of that and make it wider. There aren't a lot of scrap pieces for this journal because I think I cut that too short. I thought this was 5 inches. It is 6 inches. Because the book is just over 12 inches, so I didn't cut anything off the height. And I didn't have to cut too much off of the width of the paper. So all I have are the width cutoffs. I think I'll sew that together and then I will put it on as a tuck spot. And I will round the corner. That piece in there, and I'll put a little tab on it. This is just a little basket of tabs that I have, paper tabs. There's a cute little short page. This page right here, plain white and card craft, so I need to add a little color here. There's that strip. I do have some of these little strips that came off of the heading of the paper or the bottom of the paper, but they're not long enough because it has the words on them. I could put two together. I'm just going to cut this 1/2 inch and glue that there. I mean 1 inch. It's not 1/2 inch. It's 1 inch. And glue that there. have these pieces too. I don't know if I'll use them. I could have used that as a tuck spot instead of that other thing I made. I could put them together as a pocket and put them in, which I might do, but not on this page. I don't like those colors with it. I'm going to put another stamp on here. Is that how that went? I think so. I do have stamps of shoes, at least one. I have this one, and I have another little one that's in a set. But I found this one right away, so I'm going to use that. I'll find the other little one and use that on something also. I'm going to put a little washi tape up here. I'll pick this orange one to go with these oranges. There's a little blue in the center of the flowers, a dark blue, so let me see if I can find a blue that will look nice. I don't seem to have a lot of dark blues. I can use this black and white striped. These that don't fit in the drawer. Oh, there's that polka dot one. There's a navy background. These are samples that people sent me. I better look into using some of those. Okay. Actually, I bought some of these. I bought those two from the same place where I got these stamps that I'm using today. I'll have to link them below. I think I'll use this. This was a sample from Wonderbar Crafts. I'm trying to remember what I bought from Wonderbar Crafts. And I'm trying to find the end of this blue washi tape. There it is, I think. There. I didn't even put blue on that one. I do want to make a envelope out of wallpaper. I'm gonna go pick out my wallpaper. Actually, that'll be a separate video, so I'll be right back.